Hello. Please just wait a minute. Wait. 1 minute, sorry. Just wait. Let's see what's going on. It should be 2 o'clock. I'm just going to wait till 2 o'clock, okay? Anyway, how is everyone today? I hope you're well. I hope you're good. I'm sorry, I have panda eyes again today. Yeah, it's a little bit itchy. Sorry. Anyway, hopefully we're going to start soon. Maybe there's some more people coming. So we shall see. Panda eyes. Sorry. Okay. Oh. Okay, well, I suppose it's 2 o'clock, so let's start. Okay, so, hello, how are you today? We're live on YouTube again, okay? If you're watching this video later, then hello later, okay? But at the moment, it's Friday the 13th, it's 2 o'clock, okay? It's Friday the 13th. That's like a really unlucky day. It's like a Jason day. Okay, but never mind, it should be okay. I have my horn ready, I think. Okay. Air horn? Yes, okay, my air horn's on. Okay. Alright, so we're going to start with a quick recap of last lesson, okay? I think last lesson we had a look at these things here. Okay, so please remember we have the sun, okay? The sun. You can say it if you want. The sun, okay? Then we also had the earth, okay? This is the earth. The earth, okay? This is the earth. And the blue circle around the earth, that was gas, okay? Gas, okay? And most of it was CO2, okay? And then remember the light goes from the sun and it goes beep 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 towards the earth. Oh, that way, sorry. Beep 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 towards the earth, and it hits the earth, and then it bounces, and it goes through the blue circle a little bit slowly, and it makes the earth hot. Okay, and then yeah, it makes the earth hot. And then if the blue circle is bigger, okay, if the blue circle is bigger, because maybe we make more CO2, okay, then the light goes more slowly through the big circle, and the earth gets hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter, okay, and that's what's happening now, okay, that is global warming, 地球温暖化, okay, actually it's called global heating now, but never mind. So, the big circle is getting bigger, okay, because we make more CO2, okay, and how do we make CO2? CO2, okay, we make CO2 by driving cars, okay, driving cars, okay? We also make CO2 by flying airplanes, okay? Flying airplanes, we make CO2, okay? We also make CO2 by making electricity. You remember electricity? Oh, where's my electricity cable gone? Electricity, sorry. Okay, by making electricity. Electricity, remember electricity? Okay, so we make electricity and we use electricity, we use lights, we use switch on the TV, we play games, we charge our phones. Okay, look, I'm charging my smartphone now with electricity. YouTube needs electricity. Computers need electricity, okay? So all of these things make CO2, okay? And if we cut down trees, okay? If we cut down trees, then CO2 gets more and more and more, okay? Because trees like to breathe in CO2, okay? Trees breathe in CO2, okay? So all of these things are making CO2 more. So what can we do? Or what can I do? What can I do? What can you do? What can everyone do? Okay, we have a problem, okay, a difficult problem, something that's wrong, okay? We have a difficult problem and we have to try and make the problem better, okay? We need to do good things, okay? So today I'm going to give you a little quiz, okay, about what we can do, okay? And I want you to try and answer the quiz for me, okay? All right. So first of all, I'm going to use my horn again. Okay, so whenever I want you to answer, please, I'm going to use the horn, okay? And the first thing I'm going to have a look at is moving around, okay? Moving, okay? So I'm going to show you 6 different pictures of moving around. We're over here, okay? So the first one is riding a bicycle. Riding a bicycle, okay? Riding a bicycle. You see a family here. We've got daddy, mummy, kids, okay? Riding a bicycle, okay? The next one is driving a car, okay? Driving a car. So we have bicycle, car, okay? The next one we have is train, okay? Bicycle, car, train, okay? Next one we have is bus. Okay, look, it's a London bus, okay, very famous London red bus, okay? So we have bicycle, car, train, bus, okay? Next one we have is airplane or plane, airplane, okay? And the last one we have, big man, sorry, very big walking man, okay? The last one is walking, okay? So we have bicycle, car, train, bus, plane, and walking. Okay, all right. So we have these 6 different ways of moving, and we're going to look at a lot of CO2. Okay, a lot of CO2. A lot of CO2. Okay, we're going to have a look at a little CO2. A little CO2. Okay, so a lot of CO2. A little CO2 and no CO2, okay, no CO2. Once more, okay, a lot of CO2, a little CO2 and no CO2. Okay, so I would like you to tell me which 2 ways of moving, 2, okay, so we had bicycle, car, train, bus, plane, walking, okay? Bicycle, car, train, bus, plane, walking, okay? Which 2 of those makes a lot of CO2? Okay, which 2? And then which 2 of those makes a little CO2? A little CO2, okay? And which 2 of those makes no CO2? No CO2. Okay, so what do you think? What do you think? Okay, what do you think? So we're going to start with no CO2. Okay, no CO2. What 2 do you think makes no CO2? Is it car, bicycle, or is it walking, airplane, or is it train, walking, okay, or is it bus, a bicycle? What 2 make no CO2? Okay, we're going to have a look at the answer. Okay, so, are you ready? Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so, walking and riding a bicycle, they make no CO2. Okay? If you walk or if you ride a bicycle, you make no CO2. Okay? And, and it's very healthy because you exercise. Okay? If you walk and you're quite fat, it'll make you thinner and thinner. Okay? And you can get exercise. It's healthy. Okay? I'm very sorry. Okay? I'm sorry. When I go to lessons, I drive. Okay? I drive my car. I'm sorry. I have to drive my car. Okay? Because I have a lesson, and I have no time. So I drive my car. I'm very sorry. But when I don't have lessons, okay, and I go to the supermarket, or I go to the library, or I go to the doctor because I have panda eyes, okay. When I go to the supermarket, the library, the doctor, or my friend's house, or anywhere, yeah, I usually ride a bicycle, okay. I usually ride a bicycle, and I think maybe in 1 week, I probably ride my bicycle about 50 or 60 maybe kilometers. Okay, about 50 or 60 kilometers I ride my bicycle every week. Okay, so I use a bicycle and I walk a lot. Okay, all right, so the next one is a little CO2. A little CO2. Okay, so which one is a little CO2? So now we have car, bus, train, and airplane. Okay, we have those 4 left. Bus, car, train, airplane. Which 2 of those do you think makes a little CO2? A little CO2. What do you think? Go on, have a guess. What do you think? Car, train? Okay, sorry. So, what do you think? Which 2 of those makes a little CO2? Okay, let's have a look. So, we have bus and train. Okay? Train, bus. Bus, train. Train, bus. A bus and a train makes a little CO2. Okay? If you go by bus, you have to use gasoline. And gasoline makes CO2. Okay? And if you go by train, usually it's electricity. Okay? Trains nowadays are usually electricity. Okay? If you ride on Thomas Kikansha, it'll be not electricity, but anyway, bus and train, they use electricity or gasoline. So they do make a little bit of CO2, but there are many people on one bus. And there are many people on one train. Okay? If you drive your car, okay, maybe there's only 1 person in the car, or 2 people in the car, or at most maybe 5 people in the car. But on a train there are like 100, 200 people. Okay? On a bus there are like 30 or 40 people. So riding a bus or a train only makes a little CO2 for 1 person. Okay? So riding a bus and a train is good as well. Okay? If it's rainy outside and I can't ride my bicycle, I usually try and go by bus or by train. Okay? It takes a little bit longer time and you have to walk a little bit, but there's only a tiny bit of CO2. Okay? So, a lot of CO2. What's left? Okay, we have 2 left. Flying an airplane and driving a car. Okay? So, flying an airplane, there are many people on an airplane, but the jet engine on an airplane uses a lot of gasoline. Okay? A lot of gasoline. So, actually, for 1 person, it's quite big, the CO2, okay? And, as I said before, if you drive a car, there is usually only 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 people in the car, so it's kind of a lot of CO2 per person, okay? So, flying an airplane, driving a car is not so good for CO2, okay? So, please, if you can, walk or use a bicycle. Okay? If you want to go shopping to the shop and it's like, I don't know, 1 kilometer away or even 1 kilometer away, okay? just walk or ride a bicycle, okay? Especially if the weather's nice, okay? And then if you want to go somewhere a little bit far away, I don't know, 10 kilometers or 15 kilometers, okay? Try and go by bus or by train if you can, okay? It's fun. I mean, you can walk around on a train, you can walk around, okay? You can look around the place, and the best thing is, well, the best thing for me, your mummy or your daddy or your grandma or grandpa, they don't have to drive a car, okay? When I go with my family, if we go by car, I have to drive and I can't talk to people and I can't look around, okay? So if everybody gets on a train or a bus, it's kind of more fun, okay? All right, so that's one thing that you can do to help, okay? Try and walk, try and ride a bicycle, try and use a train, try and go by bus, and try not to use a car so much, okay? And try not to fly so much. Well, I don't know how much you fly anyway, but okay. All right. Okay, so that was moving, okay? So we have a few more quizzes, okay? This time I have a quiz about electricity. Electricity, okay? So, in winter, okay, when it's very cold outside, okay, and it's winter, and you turn on your heater, okay, what do you think is better? 28 degrees or 23 degrees? You know, on your remote control, okay, 28 or 23, what do you think's better? 28, 23, 28, 23? Which one do you think's better on your remote control for the heater? This one. Sorry. You'll have like a remote control like this, okay, for your heater, okay? Do you want to put it on 23 or 28? Which one's good, do you think? 23 or 28? Can you see that? Can you see that? 28, okay? Or 23? Which one's good? Which one's good? Which one do you think is good? Okay, I think you should know this, but 23 is much better, okay? A lower temperature on your heater means you don't use so much electricity, okay? You can save electricity, okay? So when it's cold, and I know it's cold outside in winter, okay, but try and turn down your heating, okay? And just wear more clothes, okay? Me, in winter, I wear like 1, 2, 3, I've got 4 layers on, okay? I've got 4 layers on, but I can turn down my heater. Well, I don't have heating in here today, okay? Okay, so try and turn down the heating. All right, and then in summer, when it's very, very hot outside, and I know Japan can get very, very hot. I know it's like 40 degrees and you're sweating and it's really hot outside. But this time, is it better to have your air conditioner on 23 or 28? 23 or 28? What do you think? Okay, maybe you know, but this time the opposite is true, okay? If it's hot outside, okay, you should try and turn up your heating a little bit. Sorry, not your heating. Turn up your air conditioning a little bit, okay? 23, 22, 28, it's too low, okay? And it uses a lot of electricity, okay? And all of the heat that's inside your room in summer, okay? If you turn on the air conditioning, the heat from your room goes outside, and outside becomes more hot, okay? The heat from the inside goes outside, and outside becomes more hot, and then everyone goes, oh, it's more hot, so they turn on the air conditioning more, and it gets more hot, and turn on the air conditioning, and more hot, and blah, 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 blah. It goes round in a big circle like this, okay? So, in summertime, please try and keep your temperature higher to save electricity. Okay, and the last one, this I think everyone knows, but if you turn on the heating, or turn on the air conditioning, should you leave your door open or closed? Door open, sorry, or closed? Door open or closed? Open or closed? Okay, you should always leave your door closed, okay? All right, okay, so there's one more thing, okay? When you're not looking at TV, watching TV, and you're not using something, please turn everything off, okay? off, turn everything off, okay? If you're not in a room, don't leave the light on, okay? Turn everything off, okay? And also, bedtime. What time do you go to bed? Okay, actually, the time that you go to bed makes a big difference as well, okay? So, okay, maybe 8 o'clock is a little bit early, okay? Like, my kids don't go to bed at 8 o'clock, okay? But, this is an example, okay? So, 8 o'clock, go to bed at 8 o'clock, or go to bed at 10 o'clock, okay? 8 o'clock or 10 o'clock, 8 o'clock or 10 o'clock, 8 o'clock or 10 o'clock. Which one do you think is better? Which one's better? Okay, I think you should probably know, but to be honest, going to bed at 10 o'clock is not good, okay? Because you turn on the lights and maybe you watch TV and you turn on the heater and you use all this electricity, okay? But if you're sleeping, you don't need lights, you don't need to watch TV, and you probably don't need heating because you're wrapped in your covers, okay? So going to bed earlier makes less CO2. It's a good thing, okay? Okay, so all of these things, okay, turning off electricity, turning down the air conditioning, okay, in winter, and turning up the air conditioning in summer, okay, going to bed early, all of this stops CO2, makes CO2 less, and it also saves you money. Well, maybe not you, maybe your parents, or your mummy or your daddy, or if you're a mummy or daddy watching, yeah, it saves you money as well, so it's a good thing, okay? All right. Okay, so we're gonna have a look at one more thing today. Okay, we're gonna have a look at the 3 R's. Have you ever heard of this? The 3 R's. 3R. R, 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 r. Okay, the 3 R's. The 3 R's are reduce, reuse, 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 and recycle, recycle. Okay, once more, reduce, reuse, recycle, okay? Reduce, reuse, recycle, okay? So, reduce, okay? Reduce means not buying many things, not going shopping every day, okay? Unfortunately, now, in modern life, we have 100 yen shops, birthday, Christmas, Halloween, Valentine's, New Year's, White Day, Kodomo no Hi, Setsubun, what else? Hinamatsuri. We have all these events, okay? And people kind of buy lots of things for all of these events, okay? And just in daily life, okay? I often ask my students, what did you do last weekend? Saturday, Sunday, and often they say, I went to Ion Mall pretty much every weekend, okay? And maybe when you go, you buy a little something, or you buy a little 100 yen thing, and you think, oh, it's 100 yen, it's okay. It's just a little thing, okay? But do you really need it? Do you really need to buy all of these things, okay? And if you try and buy less things and don't go shopping so much, then you can make CO2 smaller, okay? Okay, and then reuse, okay? Reuse means to use something again, okay? So I use my, I use some chopsticks and I throw them in the wastebasket. No. I use my chopsticks and then I use them for something else, and then I use them for something else, and then I use them for something else, and then I throw it in the wastebasket, okay? Reuse means to keep using something again and again and again. So you don't have to buy new things, okay? And that makes CO2 go down as well. Okay, and then the last one is recycle, okay? Recycle is kind of Japanese, I think. Recycle, okay? But that just means when you have a PET bottle, don't throw it in the wastebasket, okay? Put it in the pura, the plastic, okay? When you have plastic, put it in the plastic. When you have paper, put it in the paper. If you have a glass bin, okay? Put it in the glass place. PET bottles, batteries you can recycle, okay? In Kyoto, you can recycle tempura oil, okay? The oil that you make tempura in, okay? If you take this to your local kuyakusho, okay, your local Ward Office, they take this oil and they change it into diesel, biodiesel for buses, and they put it in buses, and Kyoto City buses go on people's tempura, okay? So that's recycling, okay? Using something again and again and again, okay? So, reduce, reuse, recycle are all things that you can do. So, it's quiz time again, okay? I'm going to give you another quiz, okay? So, I'm going to give you a situation, and please tell me, is it reduce, is it reuse, or is it recycle, okay? All right. So, number one, please take a water bottle with you wherever you go. If you go to the zoo, take a water bottle. If you go to your friend's house, take a water bottle. If you go shopping, take a water bottle, okay? Take a water bottle somewhere. What's this? Is this reduce, reuse, or recycle? Is it reduce, reuse, or recycle? What do you think? Okay. Taking a water bottle is reduce, okay? If you don't take a water bottle and you go out shopping, okay, what do? I'm thirsty, I'm thirsty. Vending machine, beep, a bottle of water, thank you very much, okay? But you don't have to do this. If you take a water bottle from your house, you'll always have water, okay? So it's a way to reduce things, okay? Okay. How about darning? I don't know if you can see this, it's very small, but these are my socks, okay? These are my socks, okay? And I had a big hole in my socks and I sewed up the hole using thread and darning, okay? I can make this a bit bigger if you want. There you go, look. These are my socks. Yeah, look. Okay, these are my socks, and I sewed up my socks using thread, okay? It's called darning. But darning your own socks, what is this? Is it reduce, reuse, recycle? What do you think? Reduce, reuse, recycle? What do you think? Well, I would say that darning your own socks is reuse, okay? So I finished my socks because they have a big hole in them, but I didn't throw them in the bin, in the wastebasket. I didn't do that. I sewed up the hole and I can use them one more time, or many more times actually, okay? So doing things like darning your socks, or if something breaks, okay, repairing something, okay, that's reuse, okay? So don't always throw things away so quickly. Okay, next one, how about shopping, okay? How about shopping on Mercari? Everyone knows Mercari, okay? Or going to a recycle shop in Japan, okay? Second-hand shop, okay? What's this? Shopping at Mercari or shopping at a recycle shop, second-hand shop. What is this? Okay, this is an example of reduce, because you don't have to buy new clothes or new things. It's also reuse, because you're reusing something, okay? And it's also recycle, because you're cycling it round, okay? So, actually, this thing is all three, okay? It's good for all three. Okay, next one, if you have a pet bottle, and you put it in the pet bottle place, a can, you put it in the can place, paper, you put it in the paper place, okay? You split your things. What's this? What is it? Okay, I think this one's quite easy, okay? This one is recycle, okay? So, if you do buy a pet bottle of water and you finish drinking it, don't just throw it in the wastebasket, throw it in the pet bottle wastebasket, okay? If you finish some beer, no beer, don't drink beer, sorry, Coca-Cola, okay? Can of Coca-Cola, put it in the can wastebasket, okay? This is recycling. Okay, how about going to the library to borrow some books? Or actually, going to book off as well is a good thing as well, but anyway, going to the library to get some books. What's this? What's this? Okay, this is reduce again, okay? If you go to the library and you borrow a book and then you take it back 2 weeks later, another person can use the same book, and another person. And you don't have to go shopping to buy a new book. You can just read the book from the library, okay? So, that's another good thing for CO2. Okay. How about, sorry. How about saying no, thank you, to plastic bags when you go to the supermarket or konbini, okay? They say, here's a plastic bag, and you say, oh, no thank you, I don't want a plastic bag. What's this? Is this reduce, reuse, recycle? Which one? Okay, this one is reduce and reuse. Okay, reduce and reuse. Okay, when I go shopping, I have an eco bag. Oh, wait, I have an eco bag just here. I have an eco bag. Okay, it's Trader Joe's. I'm not sponsored by Trader Joe's. Okay, but this is like an eco bag. Okay, when I go to the supermarket and I go shopping, I always use an eco bag, no plastic. Okay, so I reuse the same bag, and I reduce because I don't want to use plastic. Okay, so saying no thank you, for example, that's a good thing. Okay, and the last one, how about if you grow your own vegetables? In your house you can grow tomatoes, or in your house you can grow cucumber, eggplants, okra, potatoes, carrots, spring onions, garlic. Well, you can grow many things. Okay, how about if you grow your own vegetables? What's this? Okay, this is also reduce. Okay, so you don't have to go shopping. You can just cut a tomato and eat it, or cut a cucumber and eat it. Okay, so this is an example of reduce. Okay, so sorry, today was a little bit long and I was talking a lot. I'm sorry, but for today, okay, we had a look at what can you do to help. Okay, last time we had a look at the earth, the sun, CO2. Okay, this week we had a look at making CO2 smaller. Okay, less CO2. So a good thing that you can try and do is walk, ride a bicycle, go by bus or go by train. Okay, try not to use a car, try not to use an airplane. Okay, also electricity, turn things off. Okay, heaters, turn them down, air conditioner, turn it up. Okay, go to bed early. Okay, switch things off, and you can save money. Okay, and also please remember the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. Okay, all right. Okay, sorry, today I'm not going to play Massa Says, sorry, but I do have one more thing for you. Okay, so if you go on the internet, okay, to a place called, where is this? carbonfootprint.com. Okay, carbonfootprint.com. This thing up here, carbonfootprint.com. Okay, there's a homepage on the internet. Okay, and you can check how much CO2 you make or your family makes. It's kind of fun. It's quite interesting. Okay, especially if you're a bit older. I think it's quite fun and interesting. Okay, so basically you can go to the internet. Okay, this place called carbonfootprint.com, and there's a carbon calculator. Okay, and it's also in Japanese. Okay, it's not just English. So if you want, you can change it to Japanese. Okay, hang on, let me try and make it a bit bigger. There you go. Okay, and if you look, okay, you can basically you can look at your car or your shopping or your house or anything, and it will tell you how much CO2 you make. Okay, it'll tell you how much CO2 you make. So you can kind of look and you can play around, you can put different numbers in. Okay, and you can see going by bus, is it better, or walking, is it better, or how much CO2 is driving 20 kilometers, but how much CO2 is cycling 20 kilometers. You can check your 1 year's CO2, okay? And it's quite a fun thing to do, I think. So if you want, please go and visit that website, okay? Okay. All right then. So thank you very much for sticking around today. If you were watching the video again today, I'm going to make one more video, I think, or maybe 2 more, but probably one more video, maybe next Monday, okay? And in the next video, we're going to have a look at what's happening, okay? If the Earth gets hotter and hotter and hotter, what happens to animals? What happens to the sea? What happens to mountains? What happens to the weather, okay? So that's going to be the next lesson, okay? All right, so thank you very much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed it, okay? And hopefully I shall see you soon if this virus calms down a little bit. Okay, all right. But anyway, thank you very much. I shall see you all soon. Okay, good job. See you.